But can you name the cars you bought? Can you name them for me?
Well, I think it's 2021 Lexus. That's the 2019 E400 Mercedes.
Wow.
As well.
Expensive cars.
Yeah, I would say something like that.
Okay.
And I think the other one that I have, I've actually given it out to someone. I wouldn't like to talk about it, but I gave it out. Hi
there, welcome to today's episode of my YouTube content. Guess where I am? In the house of a millionaire forex trader in Ghana. So like I promised you, I'll have an interview session with him today. So let's get in and see what he has for us. We have him here now. If you think you want me to ask him any question, leave it in the comment section because I'll be having the part 2 of this session. Now let's go. Hello.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Today I'm in your house. Are you happy?
Welcome to my house. I'm very happy to see you guys.
Thank you very much. Alright, so actually this is my first time seeing you. You know, I've heard about you and I wanted to know a lot. When I came, I've actually gone around to see some few things, and I can proudly say that you are the biggest forex trader in Ghana. And I'm here to see someone who has achieved all these things. But for now, I can say you are the biggest forex trader in Ghana. Can you tell us a little about yourself?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for coming. It's a little bit of a surprise that you are here today, but I'm happy and I'm grateful that you are here. My name is Rutherford Olimbanks. That's my name. That's my full name.
Okay. But I hear people calling you Maybach. Where from that also?
Well, Maybach is actually my something like my street name, like my nickname. I've actually been called Arrow for a very long time. That was since I was in DHS.
Okay.
I adopted Maybach when I was in high school because I was a big Recross fan.
Oh, I see. So when I came, I actually thought I was going to see Maybach among the flip of cars here.
You know, I was actually a big Recross fan when I was in high school. You know, Recross, you know, is the CEO of Maybach Music.
Okay.
So I actually adopted that name, Maybach, when I was in high school, and it actually became my name because it was something that I wanted. And the Maybach car is actually one of my favorites as well. It's a car that I've been dreaming of for a very long time.
So you'll be buying that very soon?
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait to come and take a picture with it.
Yeah. So that is how come the Maybach came into being. I'm primarily, people know me as a trader primarily, an investor, but you know, that was maybe 3-4 years ago. That was when I was actually a full-time trader. For the past couple of years, I think I've primarily become a businessman more than actually a trader, because now, even though professionally I'm a forex trader, I'm an investor as well. But I would say I'm a businessman.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know I do a lot of things outside the forex market and outside the financial market, much more than you know I used to trade back then. So
okay, that's fine. All right, so my followers would like to know more about you and some of your achievements. So I think you should take us inside so that we see some of the things over there, and then we can continue this conversation. I still want to know more about you, and I'm sure my followers will also want to know more about you. So can you tell us how many years you've been trading?
Well, I've actually been trading for 9 years.
Wow, that's a lot.
I started trading in I started learning how to trade in 2014. That was 2 years after high school. I finished high school in 2012. Wow. So I started trading in 2014. I actually had this childhood friend who is currently in South Africa.
Okay.
Who went to South Africa. He grew up in a mission house. So he was sent to South Africa to a pastor to train him on ministerial stuff. His name is Martin. So when he went there, he actually started learning how to trade. He went immediately after high school. That was 2012.
Okay.
So 2014, he was already learning how to trade. So I think it was 2014 that we spoke, and he told me about, you know, this forex trading thing. I hadn't really, I'd seen videos and new stuff on CNBC, Bloomberg and stuff about this stock market thing, okay, but I hadn't really paid attention to it until he told me that, oh, this is what is going on in South Africa. The boys are doing this and that. I said, okay, fine. So I started looking into it, and I found out that, oh, this is really what I wanted to do. Because when I finished high school, I took a couple of jobs, which I felt I didn't belong to that side, because I never wanted to sell my soul to that kind of life for a very long time, you know. So I stopped, you know, all those jobs, and I wanted to dedicate myself to learning forex full time. I actually had two options. Okay. Either to learn about, I wanted to go to IPMC to go learn about software management, and if that fails, forex. But I found out that because my parents didn't agree with the fact that I was not going to the university, they told me they were not going to sponsor me going to IPMC because they wanted me to go to the university, and I didn't like it. So I had to take things into my own hands to start learning trading by myself. So
can you before that, can you tell can you say that that your friend is your mentor? Well, or you have to pay and learn from someone else?
Well, I wouldn't say he's my mentor, even though he helped me, because when I started learning how to trade, he was also a novice trader, you know. He was also a new trader because he was just 1.5 years or something into the market. And that kind of person can't really, you know, mentor me to where I was. But I would say that he really helped because he opened my eyes. He was the one who gave me my first link to register at Baby Pips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he opened me up to that standard. And I had this friend who connected me to my mentor. Okay. But my mentor is actually called Chas.
And where is he?
He's in Ghana. He's actually in Ghana. He's not on any social media platform. He's actually one of the richest guys.
Like, oh wow!
Seriously rich. When I met him,
wow.
When I met him, he was fucking rich, but you know, he's a down to earth look. He's
like not to interview him too.
Yeah, he's not. Well, I don't think he will. That one, honestly, because he's not on any social media page. He's not on anywhere. He's nowhere to be found. It's only people who are closer to him, who knows about what he does, and who knows about the kind of life that he lives. But I would say Ghana here, maybe a couple of your people know him. He's an Osu boy.
You said the name again.
Charles.
Oh, okay.
I won't mention his full name because I know he wouldn't like that. Because I know him, I know Charles. He wouldn't even allow me to post him.
Oh, okay.
So he's like that.
So are you a mentor yourself?
Yes. So, like I said, he was the one who brought me up in trading. He was the one who taught me everything, most of the things that I know. And you know, one misconception that people have about trading is this: when they find a mentor, they think their mentor is supposed to handle 100% of the work for them.
Yeah,
but true. You know, Charles told me that, you know, as a mentor, he's only supposed to show me the way, but he cannot walk the path for me.
That's true.
And that is what changed my mentality. So, like, I would say 70% of the work
was done by yourself.
Was done by myself. 30% was just the guidance and opening my eyes to certain things. Yeah, because at the end of the day, you are going to have to take the path yourself. You know, he won't take the path, but he will only show you the way that this is how we do it. This is how we do this. This is how we do that. By the end of the day, when you leave his house or when you leave his chambers and come home, the rest of the work
is between
your market and it's between your market and yourself. Okay,
so can you say for the past 9 years, can you say you've regretted learning how to trade forex?
Well, I think the first day I made the decision to learn how to trade, I think is so far the best decision that I've made in my life.
Wow.
I've never regretted anything, and I always say this, that you know, I started learning about different things when I was in high school. When I was in DHS, and I think when I finished high school, I had it in mind already. I told my mom in Form 4, I went to Form 4. I was a part of the Form 4 batch. I told my mom when I was in Form 4 that I was never going to continue to any tertiary when I completed high school. So because I started learning, I started researching about things to know how the system works and how all this thing works. So I think it was a premeditated decision that I already made. So I don't regret learning how to trade. It's actually the best decision that I've made in my life, because Forex actually gave me the life that I have today.
Wow.
I don't think the money that I've made in Forex, I don't think I would have made that kind of money in anywhere, because I'm still in my early 30s. I'm just 30 years.
Wow.
I'm just
the kind of motivation you need,
I'm just 30 years, and I don't think there are a lot of 30-year-olds in this country or in any part of the world who are just doing 9 to 5 job, or who are just following the system, who are living this kind of life. So I think I made a decision early, and I started early, and that is what helped, because timing is everything. You understand? It's just like investing.
So as it stands now, I want to let me just ask some funny question. Are you married?
No, I'm not married.
You're not married?
No.
So you're free?
Yeah, I'm not free.
So anybody can come after you?
I'm not free. I'm not married, but I'm dating.
Okay, so you have a fiancé.
Yeah.
Oh, she's lucky. She's lucky. All right then. I want to still ask some few questions again. This time around, we are going deeper. We've just talked about the aspect of your life, how you started forex trading. Like I said, I've actually heard, I've not seen, but I've heard you have other businesses aside forex trading. Can you talk about that? Before that, how many cars do you have?
Well, I have two. That is what you saw there.
For now?
3. I would say 3.
Wait, let's start this way. How many cars have you bought so far when you started trading forex?
Well, when I started trading forex, I think this is my 4 cars.
This is your 4th car.
Yeah,
so
I think
the first car
I've given 2 of them away.
Okay.
I think 5.
5.
One was robbed. My first ever car that I bought was robbed.
So this is how millionaires actually talk. They can't even count the number of cars they have. So
well, I think my first ever car that I bought was robbed.
Okay.
It was back in 2018.
How old were you by then?
Well, 2018, I think I was like 24.
24 years. That was when you bought your first car.
Yeah, I think
okay, and now you have 2 cars here. But can you name the cars? But can you name them for me?
Well, I think it's 2021 Lexus. That's there, and 2019 E400 Mercedes.
Wow.
As well.
Expensive cars.
Yeah, I would say something like that.
Okay.
And I think the other one that I've actually given it out to someone. I wouldn't like to talk about it, but I gave it out.
Now let's talk about your business.
Well, as for
forex trading, what else do you do? Can you share that with us?
Business-wise, I think I would say that Forex gave me the opportunity to have all those businesses.
Okay.
I started as a forex trader primarily.
Okay.
Because that is what I believed in, and that is what I knew would change my life. So at a point, I think I thought that I needed to diversify myself. I needed to diversify my portfolio, because forex is not something that you can really say like, yeah, I know people who does forex 100%
like
and
myself.
stuff. Yes. But I think at a point I felt that where I've gotten to, I needed to diversify my portfolio, because I was holding money, right? I was holding a lot of money. I was holding upwards of 6 figures. Like I was holding a lot of
wow.
So I just felt like, why don't I just invest in other businesses so that I'll have other avenues and other sources of income, because I never wanted myself to be restricted to just one thing, that when I have a bad season here, it will be like things are not going well, right? So first of all, I started I'm actually a founding partner for a logistic company. I wouldn't want to mention the name of the company.
Okay.
It's a logistic company. We actually founded the company in, I think, 2021. Me and my friend, I'm actually a 40% shareholder in that company. So apart from that, I have a transport business as well, which is trailer. I have a trailer, and tipper trucks and stuff.
Can you tell us how many you have? Or
well, I think that is confidential.
Okay.
But I would say I have a
because
transport.
I know you have a lot.
Yeah.
I've actually heard you have a lot.
Yeah, I think I would say I have a transport business.
Yeah.
That, you know, someone manages it for me actually. So I don't pay much attention to that side. And with the logistic business, since I'm actually a founding partner, I'm also the main accountant for the company as well, because, you know, I'm very good in finance and I'm very good in, you know, financial related stuff. So I think I handle most of that side. But apart from that, I think these two sides, trading is what I do currently, even though I'm looking to diversify into other markets, which I'm currently working on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. All right, guys. So you've heard him. We are not done with the questions. I'll be right back. Do you have an academy?
Well, I don't have an active academy.
But do you have plans of having any?
Yeah, currently I actually mentor my friends that are my close inner circle people. But I actually have a plan of bringing up a platform, not necessarily an academy, but something broad about the whole financial system landscape.
Okay, so what's the highest money you've ever made?
Well, I would say in the markets.
Let's say in a day.
Well,
in a day, the highest money you've ever made.
In a day, I honestly can't tell in the money I've made in a day, but I can recall that I've actually made about 85,000 in a week, in a trading week.
Wow.
Before that was back in the COVID era.
Okay, and how much money have you lost? The highest money you've ever lost in a day?
The highest money I've lost, not in a day, but let's say for the trading week, which is like 4 days, for the trading week was, I think, 70,000 when the first week, I think it was the first week of COVID, when the entire financial market was crashing. And I think the same when on the first week when Putin announced the Russian-Ukraine war as well. You know, that time the announcement was made at night.
Okay.
And yes, and most of my trades didn't have stop losses. It was a very big account. So by the time I woke up in the morning, you know, the flash crash has eaten deep into my account as well. So
is it that you forgot to put a stop loss?
Well, I don't use stop loss, predetermined stop losses.
Wow.
I don't use predetermined stop losses.
But you use mental stop losses?
I use, visual. I call it visual stop losses. I use visual stop losses. So
wow.
Anytime markets get to a certain level or a certain structure is broken, I know I've been invalidated. Because I do that because of stop hunting and market wicks.
Are you a day trader or you're a swing trader?
Well, I used to be a swing trader. I used to be a swing trader for a very long time, but I think I converted more into day trading in, I think, 2021. So now I would say back then I was a full swing trader, but from 2021 up to now, I think I do day trading much more.
The reason why I asked that is for the fact that you sometimes use visual stop losses, like you said. So it means that when you place a trade, you have to how do I even put it? You have to get your eyes on the market.
Yes.
Every now and then you have to look at the chart because anything can happen since you don't have a stop loss. That is why I asked that question.
Yeah. Back then when I was a swing trader, I had 50, 70, 100 pip stop losses.
Wow.
With maybe about 300 or 400 or 500 pips take profit, which is 1 to 5 risk reward ratio.
That's fine.
But now that I do most of my distance as day trading, when I'm using visual stop losses, I have this rule as part of my trading plan that if I open any trade and it directly goes against me 15 pips, I'm out of the market.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yes.
That's fine. Can you share your net worth with us? What's your net worth?
Well, I think that's a little bit personal. It's not something that I would like to disclose.
$1 million.
I won't say that. I
Or
won't
more
say
than
that
$10 million.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I would say I'm doing well, but
Oh, okay.
I don't think I can give a specific
It's confidential.
figure. Yes, for that.
All right. Do you trade prop firms?
Yeah, I trade prop firms. And the funny thing is, I only started trading prop firm last year.
Okay.
I've been in the market for 9 years, but I only started trading prop firms last year. I think late last year. I think I started in September last year. So it's been less than even 1 year in the prop firm market for me, because I didn't believe in the prop firm market back then, because I felt that I needed that flexibility to manage my own money, right?
Okay.
And that's what I believed in. But I think at a point I thought, okay, this is an opportunity, this is a chance, so I should just diversify and see what is out there.
All right. What can you say about the new trends on social media? This is about forex traders. This one to say that I have this more than this person. I'm a millionaire. I'm a billionaire. Do you think that is really helping the youths, like the social media, the use of social media? Do you think it's really helping the youth as compared to, when it comes to forex trading?
Well, I think on we can take it from both sides, right? On one side, I think most of those antics are not necessary. On the other side, I think it's a good marketing plan for all those people, all those guys doing that. And you see, we have everybody in their marketing strategy as well. So on the flip side of things, I think it's good marketing strategy for the people carrying this out. But would the audience receiving most of these banters, most of these fights, most of these things? I think it's a little bit of disruption to most of. It's a little bit of disruption to most of them, because it is one of the main reasons why new traders are in a hurry to get rich, because they feel like forex is a get rich quick scheme, and they can come into the market to actually get rich in 6 months or in 3 months or in 1 month or whatever. So I think in everything we have the good side and the bad side. But
how do you handle losses and your emotions?
Well, I think with losses is part of business, and I don't handle losses with emotions, because I will say this, it's personal, but I will say it, that I started playing gambling when I was very young. When I was in JHS, I was a chronic gambler. From JHS to SHS, yes, I was a chronic gambler, playing cards with money, playing pool, snooker with money and all that. So I think losses is something that I grew up with. You understand? It's something that I grew up with. So when I started learning how to trade, when I became a trader, it became part of it. It had already become part of me. So I don't take losses personal. I don't feel emotional about my losses. Whenever I take losses, I just learn the lesson that I can learn from the market, and just move on. I don't take it personal, or I don't let it hold me back from taking additional opportunities in the market.
I think this is why you've come this far, because I know most people, once they take losses, they think forex is not for them, or they have a problem from their family members in the village. Anyway, let's continue. What are some of the common mistakes traders make?
Well, I think some of the common mistakes traders make, especially new traders make, is that they come into the market with an illusionary mindset, because of what they see on social media, because of what they see online. Look, we are dealing with the most liquid market in the world, which is the forex market. We are talking about close to $7 trillion turnover, daily turnover every day. That it's either you add your money to that turnover, or you take your share out of it. Yeah. But you see, in every business, you can't go into a business without a plan. And that is a mistake that most of the new traders, or most traders, make, because most of them are in a hurry to get rich. Most of them are in a hurry to reap what they haven't had any experience about. So I think the common mistake that most of these people make is that, in short or in summary, they come into the game without a plan.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
those people, those of them who even come with a plan, they come with a very short-term plan, not a long-term
Because they
plan,
want to make money
because they want to make money
very quick.
very
Now,
quickly.
how do
Yes.
you balance trading with other aspects of your life, like your social media and businesses?
Well, I think with the social media aspect, I'm not really a social media person. So it's not part of the problems that I deal with on a daily basis. But when it comes to the other part of my life, or other part of my business, I'm that person who believe in strategic allocation, right?
Okay.
Because with the logistic company that I'm involved in, I have a partner. We have about 8 to 10 employees
Oh,
who have been allocated different tasks that they do. I only go to the office when needed, when I'm needed,
okay.
because I normally take care of the financial side of things over there, because that is what I'm very good at. When it comes to my truck business as well, I have someone, a very, very good and trustworthy friend, who manages everything for me, and we make accounts and do everything together. So I think it makes it very easy for me to handle my trading life.
So, what do you do during your free time?
During my free time, well, I am an avid reader.
So, you
I
read a
read
lot.
a lot, yes.
I see.
I read a lot, and I read a lot because I'm a very curious person. I grew up as a very curious child. So I like researching, I like, poking into things that I don't understand, things that I don't know. So I read a lot. I think I read a book or two
Yeah.
let's say every month. I read like 2 books or 3 books
Okay.
every month.
That's
And I
fine.
have a host of books that I'm always ready to read.
Guys, if you are enjoying this video, hit the thumbs button and also leave a comment below. Now, what advice will you give to new traders or already existing traders?
Well, I think I will do it in short, in summary. I think the only advice I would give to whether new intermediary or whatever traders, is that we are playing a long game here, and this is a business that can actually give you a great life. It's a skill that no one can take away from you until you die. It's a skill that will give you absolute freedom to do whatever you want. It's a skill that when you accumulate it, or when you have it, you actually feel proud of yourself as a person. So the advice I would give to new traders is that just have a plan, stick to the plan, have a long-term vision of what you want. Forget about what you see on social media. Don't get too attached to the lifestyle people are living out there, because pretty much some of them are not real as you see it. But just focus on your journey.
Yeah.
Just get a mentor, get someone who actually take you to invest in yourself.
Yes.
Because investing in yourself pays the highest dividends, or pay the highest return. Because if you don't invest in yourself, no one is going to invest in you. And one thing about trading is that you can actually think of you learning everything by yourself on social media, or on YouTube, or reading books. But you see, trading is an experienced business. You actually need someone who has experience in the market to actually hold you down. That's why mentorship is so important.
Okay.
Because when you think you can read a few books or watch a few YouTube videos to actually start trading and making money, you're actually lying and kidding yourself. You are even wasting your time. Because at the end of the day, when you go to the market, the money that you are supposed to give to the mentor to push you through the way, the market is actually going to take that money in tenfolds, because you are not equipped with the necessary skills to actually face the reality of what we are doing in the market.
Okay, that's right. Thank you very much. I know someone that is watching now would love to have you as a mentor. Are you ready to mentor?
Well, I think currently, I would say I'm not too ready. Even though I still mentor my friends, my close inner circle friends.
Yeah.
We meet. We were even supposed to meet today, but because of the interview, I postponed to maybe within the week.
Oh, okay.
But to have a public mentorship program, I think it's something that I will think about later. Maybe when I bring my big platform out, but my big platform is not necessarily going to be solely focused on trading, because what I want to do in the financial space in Ghana is actually to get people financially educated, and how the system works and everything, not necessarily about trading and all that. That is what my book is about.
Oh, okay. So you have
Yeah.
a book as well.
Yeah, I have a book that will pretty much be out very soon, maybe next
Wow.
month or something. Fundamental to the Art of Winning. It's actually a book that I know will change a lot of life. It's not trading related, but it's
Okay.
life and finance related. On how you can beat the system, how you can win, how you can, actually accumulate, good fortune for yourself, as a person. If you are really willing to, go through the hard work and follow the process.
I would love to have one when it is launched. I would like you to share your social media handle with us. Someone might like to follow you and learn a lot from you as well. So
Well,
can do that.
my social media handle is I'm pretty much active on Snapchat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Snapchat is my most active social media that I use. Twitter, I'm not really active, but I still use it on IG. Oh, Snapchat is rich trader underscore arrow. Rich
Okay.
trader underscore arrow.
Okay.
The arrow is AROW.
Okay.
And on Twitter is arrow Maybach.
Okay.
On Twitter, for arrow Maybach in one word.
Okay.
On Instagram is investor Maybach, investor underscore Maybach on Instagram, on IG. So those are my social media handles.
All right. Thank you very much. And thank you for having this session with us. I've learned a lot from you, and I'm sure my followers have also learned a lot from you. Okay. Thank you, guys. This is the end of our interview session. Leave a comment below, hit the thumbs up button, and also share with your friends. Thank you and peace out.